Hey, what's up? Hello, you guys. It's your girl Bre'yana Jasmain, and I'm back with another video. Peep the baby hairs. I know it's been a long minute. I've been taking a mental break. That's what I'm gonna explain to you guys in this video. It's actually gonna be a story time. This is my first time doing a story time. But yeah, if you're new to the Jas-ters family, we welcome you. I'm the mother of the Jas-ters family. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so if y'all know, I was working at this fast food job, okay? At first, it was like a really good job. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the work ethic was good, like the employees were nice and stuff, but it all took a turn. Like, if y'all seen in like my videos, like my past videos of me wearing like the work hat, the red shirt, you will know what job I'm talking about. I'm not gonna be saying names. I'm just gonna say like code names and stuff. Alright, so the owner, like I said, I'm not gonna say any names. His name is gonna be A. So when he first interviewed me, it's like, when I first meet people, like, I gotta feel you out. I know I'm not the only one. I gotta feel you out. Like, if I'm quiet, that's just me getting to know you and like how you are as a person. So, like, you know, I was shy when he first interviewed me. He seemed like a pretty cool guy, I guess. Like, he was, I don't know, seemed like, okay, yeah, this is my first restaurant, so I'm trying to get workers. So I was like, okay, cool. So my first day, I was supposed to be assistant manager, but I wasn't fast enough like he wanted me to be. So he just made me a cashier at first. But once, like a few months ahead, like once I really started getting used to it, like he was like, oh, we need you in the kitchen. We need you in the kitchen. So my supervisor, we're gonna call her C. She was a little crackhead, and she was one of those that tried to tell you what to do just to impress the owner, or like, you could call her a teacher's pet. She was one of those. So her and her husband worked there, and they were both like crack addicts and stuff. And so once her and her husband, because they got arrested for doing drugs on their anniversary, so once both of them, I think they either quit or got fired. So C, she wrote a review saying how like the employees were this and this and that. The owner doesn't care if they get smart, this and this and that. So the owner tells us to write a review, like saying something good about the store. I was like, okay, whatever. Didn't pay it no mind. So after that, none of us like paid the review any mind, because we all thought it was still a good job. We all thought it was still a good job. All of us got along for the time being. October hits for Halloween and stuff. We start to decorate, and you know, like, I'm still getting to know people. So yeah, so November hits. I'm still like getting to know people, you know. So I was pretty cool with everybody at that job. Like, didn't have no beef, none of that. So basically, like, when I first got to know the owner, like, I told him, you know, I got my own small business, this and this and that. All right, before my phone cut off, I was saying, when I got to know the owner, like, I told him I had my small business and stuff. So he basically see me as competition, I guess you want to say that. So passing Thanksgiving onto December, so we were all planning like a Christmas party, because all of us were like, we were all cool with each other. We was like, okay, so why not have a Christmas party? We all did Secret Santa and stuff. And so, mind you, adults work at this job, and some minors work at that job too. So you had this situation where this one girl, we're gonna call her P. So she's like 15, 16. She smokes cigarettes. And so she gave one of the cooks, mind you, he's a grown man, old enough to be her dad, as their Secret Santas, she gave him a vial of her blood. I don't remember if he asked for it or whatever. But so both of them didn't show up to the Christmas party. So mind you, we're at the owner's house. My uncle's with me. So mind you, the owner, he had like alcohol and stuff for the adults and like stuff, like juice and stuff for us. Like, all right, so we told him like what we wanted to eat. So all he ordered was wings. So like the other manager, we're gonna call her we're gonna call her M. So she was like the HR manager. So her daughter, at the time I was cool with her daughter. So like we went out and got stuff and they gave me a ride because my uncle worked that night because we both worked at the same job. So he caught a ride from the other employees. So we were all having a good time at first. We were all having a good time. And then once people started drinking, like it all got out of hand. So that night, at this point, like I didn't know about this. Nobody knew about this. So what I'm about to tell y'all, brace yourselves for it. Alright, y'all ready? Comment down below, I'm ready. Because I don't think I'm ready for this. So, it all got out of hand. Like, you know, when people drink alcohol, like their true colors come out. Like their anger that's built up, it just comes out. So fights start to break out and stuff. So me and my uncle didn't get home until like probably like 1 in the morning, knowing I had to work the next day. So it's just a lot. Like, mind you, at the time, all right, so like I said, nobody knew at the time. So coming to find out, it was this one girl, I'm gonna call her G. So her and her boyfriend got into an argument. She was drunk, and I guess her boyfriend felt like she was all up on whoever at the party. So, and plus it was a lot of drama going on at the party. So me and my uncle were outside waiting for our Uber at the time, and so we could hear the argument. He was like, if you want to stay here with all this BS, I'm leaving you. So she was like, fine, I don't care. So that same girl, G, she ended up staying the night with A, the owner. So that was after everybody left. Mind you, I did not know about this. I did not know anything happened. Like, only I think 1 or 2 people knew after it happened, including those two. Mind you, they acted like they didn't like each other, okay? I don't really blame the girl more. I mean, I guess they're both to blame because, I mean, she's a grown woman. Can't say whatever, but he's old enough to be her dad, basically, okay? She's a grown woman, can't speak for her. So, months go by. I remember this one day, this was when I was still a cashier. The owner, he would come in time to time, but only to do the deposit. He would tell us, y'all, I don't want to be here no more. Help me run my store, this and this and that. Help me make money. I'm getting to that part. So one day, this guy and his son walk in. So I said, sorry, we're not open yet. So the owner comes up to me. Oh, tell them you could take their order so they don't go anywhere else. So I looked at him. I said, boy, like, who do you think you are? I said, they're going to go wherever they please to go. At that point, I really started to get bad vibes from the owner. So I just was like, yeah, no, you're giving me money hungry vibes, and I really don't like that. So half the time, like, I would catch attitudes with him, like little attitudes. So when my uncle still worked there, he was like, oh, why your niece got an attitude? I was like, I don't have an attitude. And so months go by. A few people that I was really cool with left. I fell out with a few people that was there. I don't really like, all right, so the HR manager, I told you I was cool with her daughter. So me and her, like, we're really close. Like, she supported my business. I thank her for that. So I don't know. It's like whenever her mom didn't like anybody, she didn't like them. And I didn't like that because I feel like her being a minor, it had nothing to do with her. So I don't know what happened or how we fell out, but it's just, she would start acting weird, so I started catching bad vibes from her too. I'm not gonna speak on that. This video is about this job. And so a few months go by. My manager, I was really cool and close with her. Like, we would buy each other lunch and stuff. We would cook at the job. My one co-worker, we were cool with. Mind you, this girl, I'm gonna call her F. So she threatened my coworker, was like, oh, I don't know who you are, but I will you up. And so my coworker, she doesn't take anything from anybody. If you tell her you want to fight, she will pull up and ask what you're about. So my coworker came to work drunk. Well, she didn't work that day, but she came to the job drunk that day and was like, I'm ready for it. Like, where is she at? So the girl talking about, oh, I was just playing. I don't really want to fight you. Mind you, this girl's boyfriend beats on her. So her boyfriend was just standing there, like we could all see it. The owner would not come to the job. He kept telling my manager, call the cops, call the cops. And mind you, the manager knew my coworker since like they worked at this other job. I'm not going to say the job, but they knew each other for a long time. So she was like, no, that's my friend. I'm not going to call her. So you know, you can't mess with people and their blood pressure. So my manager, her blood pressure started to get real high. So I gave her a hug because I'm the comforting type of person. Like, I don't want to see anybody down. So her blood pressure started to get high. So she was like, will you guys be okay if I leave? I said, yeah, sure, go ahead. So usually her brother picks her up. So she walked to Petco to wait for her brother. So a little bit after that, she took a vacation, like mentally wise, and she ended up quitting. So we had a meeting, like we have a meeting like once a month or once every few months, like when they're really needed. So the owner speaks bad about her, was like, oh, she walked to Petco because she was scared. She left y'all because she was scared. I said in my head, I said, first of all, she was not scared at all. It was her blood pressure, and you can't play about nobody's blood pressure like that. And so I was like, he's really speaking bad about someone that really ran your store better than you did, because you didn't know what to do. She was making sure you were good financially, if anything. So alright, so I remember this one time, I believe it was the 4th of July. I don't remember what holiday it was. So we worked that day. Like, nobody else was really open but us. But we closed early that day. So it was me and this lady. I'm going to call her D. So it was me and her. Mind you, this lady is older than me. We sent the cashier home. So after she left and we like were closed down, I was cleaning everything by myself. So this lady was an alcoholic. Like, at first me and her were really cool. Like, we were cool. She was a cool lady, but you know, people start to show their true colors like after y'all get to know each other. So she drinks these Fireball drinks, and she basically tried to get me to drink with her. Like, she peer pressured me into it. And so I felt uncomfortable. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, my phone keep cutting off. Like, I need a new camera, new everything. I mean, a new phone. But like I was saying, she tried to give me a drink with her. I wasn't really into it. So the next day I worked with my manager. I told her, you know, like, she made me feel uncomfortable. And I told my coworker too. And my coworker, she didn't condone like that type of stuff. So she fought this lady once because the lady got drunk and kept saying the N-word. So my coworker, she wasn't having it. So she confronted her. She was like, you know, you could lose your job for trying to get, at the time I was still a minor. She was like, you know, you can lose your job for trying to get someone to like drink with you. So she was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this and this and that, like basically trying to play dumb. So she basically gets drunk every day. So I guess my manager told the owner, and I don't know how he handled it or what he did, but he basically told me to ignore her. So at this point, my cousin was working there. So one day, mind you, I was a lead at the time. So one day it was me, my cousin, her, the owner's son, and that was it. So when she was supposed to be the cashier, and so that day, like, she just kept starting with me. When I walked in, she just kept saying, "Oh, hi, Bree," like trying to be all up in my face, and I didn't like that. So but when the owner left, like, he just left us there. So I texted him, I said, "She won't stop talking to me, like, she won't shut up." So he was like, "Just ignore her, LOL, that's what I do." I'm gonna try to post a screenshot right here, but I was like, yo. So she takes her break because she worked double that day. So she takes a break, like an hour, like more than an hour goes by. So he was like, "Oh, she's on her way back," because I was like, "Where is she at?" And we started to get busy. And so turns out she left us. She's on the phone with my coworker, talk about, "I swear, if she look at me any other type of way, I'm smacking this little girl," talking about me. And I was like, all I wanted was for you to leave me alone. Like, I didn't want no type of contact with her. So that, like, after all that, I told the owner that she threatened me and stuff. And so he was like, "Okay." No, my mom wanted to have a meeting because I told her that she threatened me. So the day we were supposed to have the meeting, they were talking about they were busy. And I was like, y'all are busy. So, excuse me. So he was like, "My customers come first." So in my head, I'm like, okay, your customers come first, rather than handling, it could have been a life-threatening situation, because what if this lady would have came to work with a knife or something, trying to, like, actually do what she said she was gonna do. So I was like, okay, your customers come first, right? I said, "I will be looking for another job, this and this and that," telling him I will be looking for other employment. So he was like, "No, please don't leave. You mean this much to my store. I beg you." When I say he was sending a whole bunch of messages, he was sending a whole bunch of messages begging me to stay. Was like, "Oh my gosh, I swear you will never work with her ever again. If you just stay, what do you want me to do? I swear she will be on probation, work probation." So a few months go by. She's still there. So coming on today. So like last month, before this one guy started, we're gonna call him P. He was a really cool white guy. But before he started, like, I was open and by myself. At the job, we usually have 2 people opening at 9 in the morning, and like we have the cashier come in at 10:30. So after, like, my manager quit and my other coworker got fired, shoot, something right there. But after that, like, I was opening by myself, doing everything by myself. Mind you, this job was stressful. I never been at a job that was so stressful and caused so many tears. I had one breakdown, and we're about to get to the second one. But so this customer, mind you, some jobs don't care if you wear a mask or not. So the owner was like, when we're up front, like, we could wear a mask. So this customer, I don't know if he was being racist or what, but it felt like it. So I was making everybody else's food. Mind you, half of them had a mask on, half of them didn't. And you could see through the kitchen. So they could see if I didn't have a mask. So they walked in. The cashier was like, they whispered to each other saying, "I don't think she has a mask on." So they waited until after they ordered to say they didn't want to, they wanted to cancel their order. I was like, "For what?" Basically saying, "Oh, she's not wearing a mask and this and this and that." So I got so overwhelmed because I had so many tickets up there and I was doing everything by myself. So I started crying and stuff. This was my second breakdown. I was like, yo, I can't do this anymore. As many times as my boyfriend kept telling me to quit, I was like, no, I'm stronger than this. Like, I know I can handle it. I'm way stronger than this. I just need a few more checks and then I'ma go. So the new manager, I'm gonna call her Dummy. I'm gonna call her Dummy, okay? So I tried so hard to be understanding of this lady because she was like a new manager and stuff. So when it came to like availability and like days like people needed, yo, at this point I'm about to throw this phone, but like I said, when it came to availability, she would act like, oh, I didn't make the schedule. What I call him, A, was like, A made the schedule, this and this and that. So I had a dentist appointment sometime in September. So I told the owner ahead of time, okay, I need these off. So he was like, talk to Dummy. He was like, talk to her. So I was like, okay, texted her. She was like, oh yeah, can you cover for me these days, because she needed to go where she lived at because she was moving her stuff. So I was like, at first I said, yeah, okay, cool, because I didn't know I was gonna get this other job at McDonald's, because I was planning on working both jobs. So I didn't think I was gonna get that job. So I had to tell her, no, like, I can't cover for you. So that same week when I had my dentist appointments, I ended up getting sick. So this lady, I felt like she was being so disrespectful because what I say, that day, I told her, I said, I reminded you the days I needed off. Like, it's at this point, it's like I reminded her a week before she made the schedule, so she knew. So I was kind of mad, and that same day, like, I started to get sick. The morning of when I had my dentist appointment, I was out of it. So that day I got tested to see if I had COVID or not. Thank God it came out negative. So I sent the owner like a picture of like my doctor papers and stuff. So she texted me, like, well, she didn't text me, like, after I said, like, I reminded you and stuff of the days I needed off, she left me on red. That was the first strike. So she didn't text me for a few days. Then all of a sudden she texted me, are you coming in? No, hey, how you doing? None of that. Didn't say, hey, Bree, are you feeling better? None of that. She just say, are you coming in tomorrow? Like, what if I was on my deathbed? Are you gonna ask me if I'm coming in tomorrow then? Like, y'all, I feel like this lady was being real disrespectful. Like, that last clip when I told y'all that I felt like that guy was being racist and I was by myself, she was supposed to come in at a certain time, but she was getting stuff for the store. So I texted her. I said, hey, like, where are you at? Like, I need your help. I'm sitting here crying and stuff. She was like, is everything okay? I'm like, I'm sitting here bawling my eyes out. So I had to put my phone back in my pocket to make these orders. So you would think that would make her, like, come to work faster if you hear your employees upset. So it took her like a good old minute. And I was just like, girl, like, it took you that long. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, girl, what? So after that, like, when I told y'all I got sick and stuff, and she was like, are you coming in? So a few weeks go by. Now we're in October, like, October and stuff passed. So once they, like, because I told y'all I just got a job at McDonald's. So I told them, like, I was planning, like, I wasn't going to be there for much longer. Sorry, I just kicked something. But, so she was like, I really hope you don't get that job. We need you here. We can't run the store without you. A really loves you. You mean so much to his store. If we could choose anybody to run this store, it would be you, Bree. Like, basically trying to sugarcoat everything. So I was just like, I wasn't buying anything that this dummy was saying. So I was like, yeah, okay, like, this and this and that. Mind you, on the schedule, sometimes it said she was supposed to come in at 10 or 11 or 12. So the owner would act like he didn't know what time she was. Oh, I think dummy is supposed to come in at 11 or something. Mind you, she had her daughter-in-law with her son with her. So she had to travel back to where she lived. Mind you, it's only like a probably like a 45-minute drive to back to where we live. So I tried to be understanding of that because I know they were like trying to move and stuff, their stuff down here where I live. So I was like, okay, I understand this. It might be like difficult, like it might be traffic over there. So now we're in the present day. This is where I really got pissed off. Okay, so on the schedule it said she was supposed to be here at 12 the one day. So we had this new girl, she was a cashier. So we was like, okay, well, where is she at? So the girl tells us, oh, she said she's gonna be here at 1 o'clock hits. She doesn't come until like 1:20, 1:30. And I'm like, bro, like, what is she doing? So the very next day, she was supposed to come in at like, I'm trying to remember. I forgot what time it had to have been like 10. I think it was 10. She was supposed to come in. So this other girl was supposed to come in at 12, but she was waiting for a ride, but none of us knew. So mind you, the least you could do is communicate, say, hey, I'm gonna be a little late, this and this and that. Even if like you're the manager, like the GM manager, and you basically run a store now, just communicate. My bad, I'm trying to fix my nose ring. But just communicate with your employees. That's all you need to do is communication. So she couldn't even communicate half the time. So once the girl, well, before the girl comes, I text, because we had this group chat. Okay, so I was like, well, where the hell is everybody at? So the dummy, she said, who's everybody? So the other girl, she was like, I'm on my way. So I was like, okay, cool. So I was like, did she really just say who's everybody? And I was like, all right, so like I was saying, she was supposed to be there at 10, da 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 da. She said, who's everybody? So I was like, you're supposed to be there at 10. So I felt like she was getting smart, saying, well, I'm the manager, basically saying she could do whatever she wants. She can come in whatever time she wants. But when my other manager was there, she had to come in at 8, 9 in the morning, come in the same time I was. And I was just like, So the owner, he chimes in, was like, oh, you don't gotta explain yourself to anybody, this and this and that. So I'm like, they asking for me to quit. So the one cashier I was cool with, she's a minor. I can't think of a nickname for her. I'm gonna call her Lee. That's what we used to call her. But she was like, Bree, please. Like, I kept telling her, I said, I'm this close to quitting. Like, I'm this close to cussing them out. She said, Bree, no, like, please don't. Like, she said, please don't say anything to them. Like, just keep cool. I was like, okay. I said, but if the dummy gets smart, then I'm coming out my mouth and saying something. So before she came, the girl was like, I'll get there when I get there. I'm getting stuff for the store. So I asked the girl that came, I said, well, can I take a little break before you send Lee on break? She said, yeah, sure. I didn't know that I was supposed to leave early. Like, I guess the manager told her, like, I could go early. I guess because she didn't want to deal with me herself. So she said I could go early. So I'm sitting here on the phone with my mom while I'm on break. She was like, Bree, just quit. Because I was like, Mom, I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of the stress. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of, like, when I tell y'all, this job brought so much mental stress. Like, if y'all see me in my videos, like, I'm happy, I'm not depressed or anything. This job has brought so much depression on me and stuff. Like, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is the day that I quit. This is the day that I quit. So she was like, Bree, just quit. Just don't clock back in and just leave. So I was like, but I gotta go get my stuff. So I go grab my jacket and stuff. So by that time the GM was there. I thought she would pull in to the front, but she pulled into the back for some reason. So I came back. So she was like, you're not still on the clock, are you? I said no. So I grabbed my jacket and stuff. I just left. when I got home, I wrote a review telling how the store is, how the owner's a hypocrite, because he was telling everybody like how he used to be a cop and stuff, and this and this and that. So I was like, he's a hypocrite. And I'm like, I'm not about to go down like that. So I wrote a review saying how he slept with one of his employees, basically like telling the tea, like what everybody deserves to know, like telling people not to work there. So at this point, I'm at my boyfriend's house, and at this point we're asleep. So I wake up to use the bathroom around like 4 or 7 in the morning. I wake up to all these messages and a text talk about is she at? Is she in this group chat? Oh, she's wrong for that. Hey, we know you're not like that. You're a nice guy, this and this and that. I was like, y'all really think this man is who he say he is just because he bought y'all a house? Mind y'all, he bought these people a house to rent out. And he claimed he's broke. He's not making any money. This and this and that. So he bought them a house. I was like, did they really just say that? So 2 of them threatened me saying, oh, we want to fight her, this and this and that. And at this point, like, because as long as you're not touching me, I don't care. Like, as long as you're not putting your hands on me, I don't care. So she was like, well, Bree, you got a car. We can meet up whenever. So I was like, I told them off. I said, first of all, I'm not worried about any of y'all. They call me unprofessional and stuff, saying I'm wrong for posting that review. Mind you, the owner deleted the review. He deleted the review because he know he was wrong. He deleted the review. If I could screenshot and show y'all what the review said, I would, but I used my sister's email. So he deleted the review. So I was going back and forth with some of the employees for like a day or two. So I said, well, y'all talk about fighting me and stuff. And so the girl was like, oh, I was just being silly. I didn't mean that. I was like, I got messages of him talking about half of y'all in this group chat, and which I really do. So the one girl that I told y'all she gave the guy a vial of blood, she texted me, was like, hey, you're right, this and this and that. This job is hell. But she was like, please don't say nothing because I still need the job and I still need to work. I started laughing to myself. And so the other girl, when I said, oh, I got screenshots of him talking about half of y'all in this group chat. So she was like, oh, send me the screenshots, this and this and that. I said, he wasn't talking about you. She said, oh, I don't care, this and that. I want in. I said, this girl just wants to report back. So she was like, who do you sleep with? I did not tell her nothing. I said, I'm not telling y'all nothing. As long as I know, y'all don't need to know. Believe that. So I'm like, I'm unprofessional, but he could have kept it between him, HR, and the new manager. He could have kept it between those 3. But he chose to include the whole store. He chose to include the other employees. So I was like, I'm unprofessional. Really? So I was supposed to get my tips on Sunday because we get it like the Sunday we're supposed to get paid. So my coworker, I'm gonna call him bro. He was supposed to get my tips for me, and I was supposed to meet him somewhere to get him. So I was like, okay, let me know, because that day they had the meeting. So he was like, he texted me. I said, let me know when the meeting's almost done. So he was like, A said that in order to get your tips, you need to bring your shirt, your hat, and your keys. So I was like, what job asks for their uniform back? When I worked at Hardee's, they never asked me for my uniform back. And I was like, because when I worked at Hardee's in like Hershey Park, like they took it out of our checks. So I was like, you really want those uniform back? Because I threw away the red shirt. I threw away the hat. So at that point, I only had like the black shirts and the keys. So I was like, well, you tell him he can keep his money because I don't want it. I could be doing way more. I start a higher job at that soon anyway. So I was like, you know what? Tell him forget it. He could do whatever with it because he's money hungry. But yeah, y'all, that same girl, she was like, she texted me, mind you. Half of them could not spell in that group chat. So she was like, hi, this is such and such. I want to fight. where you, I was like, girl, bye. I said, I'm not stooping to nobody's level. I'm too pretty to be fighting. So we just left it at that. And at the end of the day, I'm a bigger person than that. And y'all know that. And I don't hide anything from y'all. Like I told y'all, this job has brought me so much stress as a person. I'm about to be 20 years old next week. Stay tuned for that video. But I'm going to be 20 years old next Tuesday. I'm too young to be stressing like that. My head was, at that time, my head was hurting. My chest and stuff was hurting. My boyfriend kept telling me, like, just leave. Like, please just leave. But today, my head's more clear. I can think straight. But, yeah. But, y'all, that's all I got for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the tea. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. If y'all really enjoyed this video, comment down below more videos you want to see me do. And I'll do it. I will be doing a birthday vlog next week because my birthday is next Tuesday, November 16th. Save the date. I'm going to put it right here, November 16th, Scorpio gang. Yeah. But don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Comment more videos you want to see me do. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.